Hi, my name is Rebecca Watt and I'm in my final semester at Macquarie University studying a Bachelor of Commerce majoring in Marketing Management. Through my studies, I've displayed significant growth in many key areas, vast improvements in my critical analysis, my communication skills, and my ability to work within a team, amongst others, meaning that the end of my undergraduate degree is fast approaching. But throughout these past 3 years, themes of sustainability, ethics, and corporate social responsibility have been embedded into all of our commerce units. I particularly enjoy taking Marketing 3004, where the conveyor made explicit links between responsibility, sustainability, and strategic marketing. Brands undoubtedly have the capacity to influence society to value profits, people, and planet, and as such should be guided by morality, accountability, and authenticity in almost everything that they do. Macquarie's conscious decision to embed these themes throughout our degree has been based on the expectation for us to think critically about the impact of corporations on society, and to empower us to make decisions, take responsibility, and promote the well-being of present and future generations. So, what are ethics? Ethics is concerned with moral obligation, character, responsibility, and social justice. Or to put it in the most simple terms, ethics is concerned with what is morally right and morally wrong. And as important as ethics are, they are not black and white, nor right or wrong. There isn't necessarily a one-size-fits-all. Social norms, culture, and role in society influence the set of ethics that guide us. And as such, there are almost as many ethical philosophies as philosophers. To narrow this down to 3 key approaches, we have utilitarianism, which is explained as achieving the greatest good for the greatest number. Ethical decisions are based on the consequences of the action. Secondly, we have the deontological approach, where actions are good or bad based on a clear set of rules, which is derived from philosopher Immanuel Kant, who believed the ability to use reason as what defined a person. And whilst following the rules of deontology is easy to apply, it also means disregarding the possible consequences of our actions when determining what is right and wrong. And lastly, we have virtue ethics, which argues that ethical actions should be consistent with ideal human virtues. In a modern society and an increasingly globalized world, I would seek to follow a virtue approach. I'm motivated to develop my character whilst taking into account all parts of the human experience. I am flexible and adaptable and endeavour to take into consideration the many different cultural norms present, whilst holding a clear set of personal morals that will guide my behaviour and will be reflected in my work throughout university and the workplace. Corporate social responsibility is closely linked to an organisation's ethics. Increasing societal demand for socially accountable organisations means prioritising the needs of the communities in which they operate. Let's look at LEGO as a case study. LEGO has pledged to go totally carbon neutral by 2022, and by 2030 the organisation plans to use environmentally friendly materials to produce all of its core products and packaging. In 2018, the company introduced pieces made from sustainably sourced sugarcane, whilst investing $164 million into a sustainable materials centre. LEGO's use of corporate social responsibility initiatives, interwoven with key sustainable goals, has eliminated their desire to create a better world for future generations. Consumers and investors are increasingly likely to only invest in or buy from companies who meet their ethical, social, and environmental values. And research has further suggested that consumers will pay up to 5% more for a product if it is ethically sourced. Under the umbrella of CSR lies sustainability, where companies reduce their negative impact on the environment. This is built on the assumption that such strategies will foster company longevity. Green marketing tactics could be as simple as investing in environmentally responsible packaging, using recycled materials, and using fair wages for its employees, as presented through the LEGO case study. However, success lies in transparency and compliance. Strategy must be aligned with sustainable goals, with open communication between key stakeholders, which will allow for the disclosure of faults and improvement of current practices. Sustainability and ethics are key pillars in this modern market, and it is in this market that I believe we have been taught how to excel. I will seek to make my way without compromising future generations, and whilst respecting the different cultures and identities present within the workforce. And whilst I do not currently have a job in the marketing industry, these values will strongly influence the choice of company I work for. I expect the organisation to have a moral purpose infused into every facet of their organisation, with every sector of the business saturated with humane characteristics such as accountability, authenticity, and transparency, and I will seek empowerment and purpose within my work. Thank you for listening.